world.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
On today's edition on Market Survey, we are currently at the market to get to know the current price of pumpkin leaf, also known as ugu. Currently, we are getting close to the raining season, so we want to know if the season affects the prices and if the prices that it was being sold last year is also the same prices that is being sold this year. So come with us as we get to know the current price of pumpkin leaf in the market, also known as ugu. I am Stephanie Notoriwa.
On today's edition of Market Survey, we take a closer look at the price of pumpkin leaves, popularly known as ugu, one of the most widely consumed vegetables in Nigeria. Ugu is a common ingredient in many Nigerian meals, valued for its nutritional benefit and affordability. From soup to sauce, pumpkin leaves play an important role in household cooking. But before ugu gets to the market, it begins its journey on the farm. Pumpkin farming begins with land preparation. Farmers clear the land and loosen the soil to make it suitable for planting. Pumpkin seeds are planted directly into the soil, usually at the beginning of the raining season. The seeds germinate within a few days and begin to grow into creeping vines. Ugu plants require regular watering, especially during dry periods. Farmers also remove weeds and apply manure or fertilizers to encourage healthy growth. As the plant grows, the leaves become broad and dark green, a sign that they are ready for harvesting. Harvesting of pumpkin leaves usually begin a few weeks after planting. Farmers carefully cut the leaves and young vines to allow the plant continue growing. This method allows for repeated harvesting from the same plant over time. After harvesting, the leaves are washed, bundled, and prepared for transportation to the market. From the farms, bundles of ugu are transported to the market in nearby towns and cities. Transportation cost and freshness play a major role in determining the market price. In the market, ugu is sold in different bundle sizes depending on demand and supply. Traders say prices vary based on season, availability, and the cost of transportation. Fresh, well-trimmed bundles attract higher prices, while smaller or older leaves sells for less. Earlier in the year, the price of ugu was on the high side in many markets. During this period, scarcity caused by dry weather conditions affected production. Farmers recorded low yield due to inadequate rainfall, while irrigation costs increased. As a result, fewer pumpkin leaves reached the market. Traders also blame high transportation costs and fuel prices for the increase. These factors contributed to the rise in the cost of ugu, affecting consumers. Many buyers were forced to reduce the quantity they purchase or turn to alternative vegetables.
Pumpkin leaf dey for market now. The price
don still come down now 200 we dey sell, unlike that early January when be 500. As in the price don still come down for market, that's why we see dey sell to 200 now.
So how much I say they sell before
that early January when we new enter January na 500 because we new enter the dry season. All the leaf don dry for bush, so we dey go dey buy from New Benin. So those New Benin na for river side and they expensive, so now the way we take buy we take dey sell. Now they don't beat am down, and that's why we come dey sell am to 200.
So how una say they buy a bag abi they bundle am?
Na bunch, big, very big bunch. So we dey buy am like that.
So how much I say they buy the bunch?
Before we dey buy am like 30,000 naira. Now it does come down to 10,000. That's why we come dey sell am to 200.
So now the season now we dey for pumpkin leaf.
No, we never enter the season really. Now when rain dey fall during the rainy season, now we take the enter pumpkin season. That's why I see the scarce now.
So now maybe so now they sell at 200. If you can't day rainy season can't come proper, how much now cut they sell?
Now see the same 200 naira because it don't dey everywhere. So the way we dey tie am now say and dey smaller like this. Yeah. But during that rainy season now you will consider dey bigger past this one. You can't be 3,500.
Say person now wan buy this pumpkin leaf full for house, how you go take preserve am?
If you wan preserve am, you buy the one when water never touch, when you know you never wan use am now. Maybe na tomorrow you wan use am now, you need to buy the one wey never enter water so that you go fit stay longer. If you buy this one wey don enter water now, go fit go melt before tomorrow. So you need to buy the one wey water never touch, so that one go dey preserved than this one wey don soak.
So the transport fare still dey affect pumpkin leaf?
Not really. Now the normal price we take dey go before, now we still dey go now. Here to New Benin now is 500. If you are coming with your load, they will still charge you like 700 or 800. So you need to price down when you know say go still favor you with your market.
You talk and say it depends on where you for buy, now you take sell. So people wey be say they farm now, if you say they go sell am cheaper?
Yes, they go sell am cheaper because we don enter the rainy season. Now during the rainy season, don dey much full everywhere. If you not sell, if you go B fit sell for me. As you A not gree sell, B fit sell for me. Na so e be.
This na January we dey, so business slow.
It's slow well. Yes.
Compared to December.
Yes.
So how the price of pumpkin be for market now?
The price of pumpkin is, let's say we buy pumpkin 30,000. Then now we are buying 10,000 now. Okay. Yes. Then after the 10,000, we tie it by ourselves. We give them 500 and 200. Okay.
Okay. So how much na take they buy bag before? How much na take they tie?
When we buy bag, we will tie. Let's say we tie like 15,000, 5,000 will be our gain. The rest is the money of the pumpkin. Then we are buying pumpkin. Sometimes we buy 30,000, 35. Like the one that they are selling Oko now. That Oko now, we are buying it 3,000, 4,000, but we can price 3,000. They give us, that we buy. Yes.
So now we say they sell at 200. Customers they complain say it's still too dear.
Yes, they say it's too dear. Now we tell the same man, men and manager, not with the season now we dey so. The season of the pumpkin, if it still come out, then we tight a much of this one. Then it will be big. We sell it 1, 200, 3, 500.
So pumpkin no fit go back to 15 naira.
No, it cannot. No. It cannot. No, you know if you go past 15 naira.
You no fit go back to 15 naira.
No.
So like which one be the highest amount on at a tie apart from 200?
Is that to 200? Yes.
So that 200 they go counter?
Yes. If you counter, we can give you 1,000 naira. Yes. When we give you 1,000, as a customer concern, if you want to buy like 2,000, we can give you 15. Yes, 2,000.
How pumpkin be for market now?
Pumpkin dey cheap now for market. Like January, they costly. Why? Because the way we take dey buy, but now it all dey cheap.
So how much difference is there now?
Big difference dey. Big difference dey because why? Before when around that kind January we dey buy at least 35, 30, but now we dey buy Jebu dey sometimes 18,000. Yeah, so we see they see the one of 10,000, 9,000, 8,000. So it all dey cheap. Pass as first be.
So you mentioned Jebo dey own. So which other types still dey for the pumpkin?
Olisha dey. Jebo dey. If you reach market now, you see as my pocket reach. E dey market.
Which one be the cheapest one?
The cheapest one and I be Olisha. So now they cheaper.
How much I say you carry that one?
Now. Before when you come out, we dey carry on 12,000, but now 8,000, 9,000. Depends how slow take the market.
So as the different one dey, so it's still did I get the different one until they tie am?
No. Yes. Now the same price we still stay the tie am. That is a 200, 3, 500.
Some not the many pass some because they na different type.
No. Now the same price. 200, 3, 500. Now we take the tie am. Maybe county price 1,000. So that everybody will feel afford them.
So if I buy pumpkin now, if I want leave, I may last for like 1 week. I want it one.
You buy dry one. The one we never enter water, we never touch water at all. Like this one now, we say don't enter water now. If you leave one for light or before they break, now go mint. But that dry one, now we say, I you see those one, and we never even touch water at all. Even though say you leave one for 1 week, for until they met, it go they dry. Okay. So that be the difference with the inside.
So if you say this pumpkin go cheap past the one I say they sell, so maybe they sell 100 naira for one time.
No, e no fit possible. Only say difference wey go dey be say we go tie am big pass as e be say we take dey tie am before for rainy season. Maybe as this one be now we dey tie am by this kind time now. So that time reach for rainy season e go be like 2 like this, 200. So na so we take dey tie am go big pass as e be say we take dey tie am before.
So how much they buy they say na they buy am for bundle?
The bundle na 10,000.
How much they buy am before?
We dey buy before 15 for Nisha. White na different size. We dey buy Jebu Ode before 32, but now e don fall come down.
So you don't ever buy from farmer directly?
No, direct from New Benin. No say this dry season, farm now e no dey na for riverside all those where they come from.
So if you say this thing go cheap as the way it take dey like this, so even if the rainy season come,
E go cheap pass like that now because that rainy season time e dey full everywhere. Cause farmer village side they carry come, e dey cheap pass like that. This size 2 na be 200 that time.
okay. How pumpkin dey now? E don cheap for market.
E don cheap o. Pumpkin not there this year.
So last year there.
Yes.
How much you take dey sell now? How much you take sell last year?
Last year by this time from November, December, January for 500 last year. But this year now 200, 500, 1,000. Sometimes 200-300.
So how much na take dey carry? Say na dey carry am bundle. How much na take dey carry am before and now?
Na 2 type of leaf na dey market. Onitsha now, some people go buy 7,500, while some people go buy 8,000. While Jebu Ode sometimes 28,000, 22,000.
But now how much they carry that Jebu Ode on?
Jebu Ode not there for market now. Na Onitsha dey.
How much they carry am now?
Onitsha 7,000 now buy today.
Okay. As of today.
Yes.
So if you say this thing go cheap as this one, no get every say una go sell pumpkin 100 naira for least.
E no dey. Yes.
Why you think say not dey?
E no dey now. Everything dey change every year now.
So if the thing come dey market for its season now, wetin go come be the difference for how una say dey sell now?
E go come big pass this one. The time e go be big pass this one.
In recent weeks, the supply of ugu has improved due to a better weather conditions. It has led to slight change in price, although traders say the market remains unstable. From planting and harvesting to transportation and marketing, pumpkin leaves pass through several stages before reaching consumers. On today's edition of Market Survey, we've shown you that the price of ugu is influenced by farming conditions, transportation costs, and market demand. Understanding this process help explain the change in price of pumpkin leaves in the market.
Of today's edition on Market Survey, and now we know the current price of pumpkin, also known as ugu, here in the market. From the traders, we discovered that it is not even in its season yet, but it is still very much affordable here in the market, being that the least tied pumpkin or ugu leaf is 200 naira. So when it gets to its season, it will be way affordable than it is now. And that's the end of today's edition on Market Survey. I am Stephanie Notoriua.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
Ojúde aṣáájú abẹ́rẹ́ pẹ́. Àyàbá sọ́kì abẹ́rẹ́ pẹ́. Àdàyè àtọ́jú abẹ́rẹ́ pẹ́. Gbẹ̀gbẹ̀dúwà.
ITV, certainly the best.
Omonoba Nedu Ukwakolopolo Ewai II, Oba of Benin, stepped out majestically with loud crowd to perform the Soto rites of his late mother, Queen Mother Ioba Omoni Ikoyeme, Ioba Ewai II, who departed this world 49 years ago. Isoton is a traditional rite of the procession in memory of the departed person's spirit in Benin Kingdom. It is usually heralded by public display of the departed person's influence during their sojourn on earth. The display of a human effigy symbolizing the departed royal matriarch was preceded by the Oba of Benin, who led the procession from his palace to the Emotan Shrine at King Square in Benin City, where he offered prayers for the repose of the soul of the Queen Mother Ioba Ewai II. Thereafter, the priest assigned to the Emotan Shrine offered Oba Ewai II items for Isoton on behalf of his family. However, chalk, known as Uri, represented a mixture from royal fans after ancestral spirits were invoked to bear witness and announce his arrival. On his way home, Oba Ewai paid tributes at various pilgrimage sites, including Queen Idia Tomb, beside Oba Market, where a cheerful crowd of traders abandoned their wares to catch a glimpse of the royal personage and join in the celebration.
ITV, certainly the best.
Viewers, welcome to Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji, and it is that program that gives you and I opportunity to talk about some of the trending issues in the country and how it affects us as citizens. So today we're going to be talking about the withdrawal of police personnel from very important personalities in the country and how it's going to be affecting us as individuals, or better still, how it's going to impact us as citizens. And then again, the debates on legalizing gun ownership. So let's go talk to some persons and hear what they have to say in regards to this topic. It is Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji.
The Nigeria security architecture, I think it is a very, very wrong approach at this time. The way you talk about developed countries and thinking of how police operate, the environments are not the same. First, we do not have good roads. That when you call for police in an emergency response, if it's like in the developed countries, you see police appearing within minutes. You hear of cases of assassinations in places like America. It's only a matter of days they will find the killers of those people. Those are not the situations in Nigeria. People kidnap people in their houses, people kill people on the way, they don't even know who the killers are. The only thing too that also makes some of these people not to be on the road is the simple reason that when they know that there are escorts following some VIPs and some people on the way, they know that it's possible that at some point they will see unexpected police presence. But when they now get to the point where they now say, no, they cannot go with police and then the road is free and all that, you are only inviting terror back to us. If I'm traveling on the way and I know I'm licensed to have a gun in my car, some other persons are coming, and maybe we run into hoodlums, and they know that out of these 20 cars, there's the likelihood that 15 to 16 have arms in them. That will also create that sense of security for the people that are involved. So I just think that it is, yes, the idea to say let's have police at different points is there, but the architecture and infrastructure to support such an idea, we don't have it yet. You don't have drones flying everywhere. If you are overseas, you press a button in your house, they know it is emergency. The police will come, condone of your area, and the people cannot even escape. The police right now, as they are, first, they are no vehicles, they are not well equipped. So how do you even do it? I think that the decision by Mr. President needs to be reviewed.
I see it as a right development based on this issue that the President has made concerning police should be withdrawn from notable personalities that are in our society. You discover that for the police to be able to combat insecurity, we have less police in the society. Most of all these notable personality, you just discover that one person will be having 10 police. 10 police. If one particular person is having a police, about 10 attached to him, and the common man has no security to be attached to him, he has no security to be attached to him, then what is the fate of the masses? But to my own take, with this direction, this step that the president has taken, that all police official, army and the officials should be withdrawn from notable personality, is a welcome development, so that these officers will be able to go to the city, go to the street, go to the rural area to be able to combat these bandits. Because if all this caliber of men, notable personality, are be giving policemen policemen are attached to them, it will not be a wake-up development. But if they withdraw them, everyone, all hands will now be on deck to fight insurgency, to fight bandits. But when these men are secured, they will feel less concerned about the masses. I believe that with this step that the president has taken is a very good step, so that security for lives and property concerning the common man will be appreciated. On these aspects, it has advantage and it also have disadvantage. It is good for people to have self-defense against this insecurity. But the other way around, when every man is given that license to get a gun or harm himself against attack, sometimes most people will not use it for self-protection, but rather they will begin to use it for destructive activities, like going into using it to embark on armed robbery and different. If somebody offends somebody, he can just bring out his gun and do killing. That is why it will not be encouraged. But the only advantage for the government is that let them employ more hands. Let them get more securities, people, recruit them, train them, tell them what to do, the rules and the don'ts that will govern their security apparatus. All these things should be put in place. Then with more and being employed and well paid, I believe that with all this they can be able to contain this insurgency and bandits in our country.
We all know that the constitutional role of the police is the protection of lives and property. And like the president has rightly stated, the protection of lives of Nigerians are very paramount. And like the VIPs are still part of the citizens that the police is constitutionally empowered to protect. But you also realize from where the president is coming from, these VIPs form more or less like less than 10% of the larger population of Nigerians. And in that light, he feels that more attention should be given to the masses, to the larger population of Nigeria who are now faced with the challenges of insecurity, while also trying to address the manpower need of the Nigerian police. So in that regard, I totally support that directives that all available manpower now should be channeled towards the protection of the majority of Nigerians outside the VIPs that took a chunk of that number. Looking at on the right of Nigerians to own guns, I still believe that Nigeria is not yet ripe enough for such. Even in countries where they have such policies, they are trying to go back. If you see what's going on in America now, they are even trying to look at gun rights laws to see how it can be reviewed. So it's not a policy that has worked or that has been sustained in even where it is currently in force. So for Nigeria, it is not just our only gun that will solve the problem of insecurity. I can tell you, with the kind of anger, with the kind of issues we have now, if Nigerians own guns, they will be using it to settle personal scores, not even the insecurities now. So that might not really solve the problem. I think solving the problem, we need to go into community policing, volunteer security, seeing how well we can domesticate security, make security the duty of everybody, not necessarily a centralized arm of government like you have the centralized police now. So with that, I believe we can substantially bring down, if not to a barest minimum, the current challenges we have now. So it's not really whether we carry guns or not that would solve it, no.
It is a very good thing that the president is actually looking at how he can, curb security by having a lot of, security personnel on ground. But if you have to fight insecurity by creating another level of insecurity, that's a very big problem. All right. Yes, we know that the VIPs have a lot of this, security escort with them. But if you look at this person too, they are human beings, and somebody who has that kind of, level of position requires some level of security, around him. So for me, I will not, totally say that it is okay to withdraw all the, security personnel from the VIP. No, I do not think that's the best way to go. Instead, I think they should look for a way to have more persons in the force, in the military, in the police, and every other security agencies that can help, in this insecurity, because the VIP are human beings. The right to own a gun, I really do not think that Nigeria is matured for such a thing. Yes, we have that in some developed countries like America, but I do not advise that such law should be put here in Nigeria, because a lot of persons are going to take advantage of this particular situation, and they use it to do other very, very malicious activities. So I do not believe that Nigeria is ripe for self-ownership of gun at this particular point in time.
Insecurity in Nigeria has eaten so deep into the life and well-being of Nigerians. Like in the area of business, it has affected us a lot. Like, for example, those our mothers who travel to village markets in this season of December, where they travel to buy plantain, yams, and others. We see many of them were unable to do this because of the insecurity, and that has also affected their own family, because they will not be able to provide for them because they were unable to do their business the way it ought to be. Like those of us in the real estate sectors, I think it affected us the more, because this is one of the most funny December I've ever experienced, whereby our brothers and sisters in diaspora, they are scared to return home to celebrate with us. And after they have saved this money, and they buy property at the end of the year, so that at least they will not count on one thing that they have achieved. But this time, many of them, they give up. Instead of coming to Edo State or Nigeria to buy property, you will hear them saying that they want to go to places like Singapore, places like Spain. They will tell you the money they will use to buy property in Abuja, like maybe 350 million, 150 million, 200 million, is enough for them to get property in Spain. And that property in Spain will give them high return of investment than the property in Nigeria. And another thing that affected those in diaspora and the VIPs, let me use that word, very important personalities in our country, is the new law that has been passed by the president, that police personnel should be withdrawn from this set of persons. And the current situation of insecurity in Nigeria, so these persons, they will not be free to come in, because it's as if them coming in, they have signed their death sentence because the security is a threat to them. And at the same time, the police personnel that would have been of assistance to them to guide them is being withdrawn. So it's just as if they want to jump into a hot fry pan. So these ones is what stopped them from not coming to Nigeria, and it affected our business a lot. So those persons we are all to care for, these things restrict us to do a lot for our loved ones. Because if you don't sell property to get money, so there's no way you are going to spend money. So if you check, though we are having traffic and all these around, but the truth is that the well-being, the lifestyle of these our citizens is being compromised, because insecurity has cost them a lot. If the guns is being legalized to every citizen, it's going to cause more havoc at this initial stage. So I believe instead of legalizing gun to individuals, let's recruit more local security personnel that understand this terrain of this environment, because a stranger will not know my community more than me. So if they empower these personnel, give them good sophisticated weapon that they can use to withstand these perpetrators, the criminals, it will be able to at least help us a lot. So owning a gun or legalizing gun to Nigerians, you know, Africans, there's a way we think. Even some of the trained policemen that they are handling weapons, we see what happens after some of them have taken what they are not supposed to take. After they get, when their adrenaline get high, when they are angry, we see how they misuse the gun. So now legalizing gun for a trained person, a civilian, is going to cause more havoc and disaster to us. So I'm not in support of that.
While the opinions of our respondent varies, and some think that the statement by the president to withdraw police personnel from VIPs in the country in order to combat crime, some are also saying that it is not a welcome development. But in all of this, the security of citizens and properties should be a priority. That is what people are clamoring for, and it is something that should be done in order for lives and property of citizens to be secured and for security to be guaranteed. It is Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji. Many thanks for watching.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
Omonoba Nedu Ukwakolopolo, Ewai II, Oba of Benin, stepped out majestically with loud crowd to perform the Soto rites of his late mother, Queen Mother Ioba Omoni Ikoyeme. Ioba Ewayi II, who departed this world 49 years ago. Isoton is a traditional rite of the procession in memory of the departed person's spirit in Benin Kingdom. It is usually heralded by public display of the departed person's influence during their sojourn on earth. The display of a human effigy symbolizing the departed royal matriarch was preceded by the Oba of Benin, who led the procession from his palace to the Immortal Shrine at King Square in Benin City, where he offered prayers for the repose of the soul of the Queen Mother, Ioba Ewayi II. Thereafter, the priest assigned to the Immortal Shrine offered Oba Ewayi II items for Isoton on behalf of his family. However, chalk, known as Uri, represented a mixture from royal fans after ancestral spirits were invoked to bear witness and announce his arrival. On his way home, Oba Ewayi paid tributes at various pilgrimage sites, including Queen Idia Tomb, beside Oba Market, where a cheerful crowd of traders abandoned their wares to catch a glimpse of the royal personage and join in the celebration.
ITV, certainly the best.
In the evening of the initiation day, all the newly initiated Edion danced to the residents of the Odion Way and also visited some homes of the various senior elders, where Chief Elder Ogbeide Onwonse was very conspicuous, especially at the country home of Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osaro Igbenedion with his family on the night of the initiation. On the following morning, as part of the rites to be performed by the newly initiated Edion in Okada town, the initiates, led by Chief Elder Ogbeide Onwonse, visited the Esama of Benin, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osaro Igbenedion, at his Okada country home residence to pay homage and appreciate him for all he has done in the development of the community, which has placed Okada in world map. They also thanked him for his role in the